create this series. So like a practical based approach to solve the real time problem. So that's the way it's motive drive to design this content. So it has multiple sections like motivations based and programming, OS or mathematical modeling. So the whole idea behind it to understand the theoretical things and apply to the real time problem and solve it and test those scenario in open source platform. And just once you should tested those concepts, you should uh, make the concrete strategy to solve the real time applications. So in that four series, as of now, I am going to start mathematical modeling and artificial intelligence. So this series that's based on defining the problem based on mathematical modeling approach. It could be statistics, probability, algebra, or that's advanced mathematics. And once you define the problem, that's the same thing you have to take out in different input from different sources and open source platform, and those things I have to test them. And based on testing using mathematical modeling and machine learning, I am going to determine the probabilistic view. So whether it's what is the feasibility and what's the chances to success those point. So that's our main intention for the content. So this series typically I am going to record for uh, it would be around 20 to 25 lectures, and it's going to come by the next years in 2022. So the basic things we will approach through this problem. So understanding the problem in the n number of perspective. Once you understand the problem, define the problem. So defining the problem exactly like user perspective, like what's the problem phase and what's the problem statement. So again, you can edit and validate those things you define as what you have defined, that is properly correct or not. So once the problem been defined, and now the second step, that is to make the prototype. So once you make the prototypes, the problems you have already defined, so then you will go for testing. So overall idea behind it, like as Lily already said in the previous slide, that is understanding the practical approach to solve the real time problem. So this sections I'm going to take one example, that is stock trading. So in that quest, I have multiple way to define this problem, like taking input from NSC, and it has a number of open source platforms like TradingView and Zerodha. It could be anything. So once we have data, just those data, like 5-10 years I'll from NSC I have downloaded, and just after that I made some mathematical modeling, and those things I'm going to test on the open source virtual trading platforms or real time platforms. So the basic idea behind it, like what I made the strategy, that's already I have tested on a newer stock platforms or open source platform. That is 100% like what is the accuracy and what is the like feasibility for that. So those things I'm going to do in that series. So it will have multiple session of series. So those series from the multiple part I'm going to decide like how, like what's the exact problem. So suppose like in the suppose if I want to guess that what is the chances of going this especially stock for in the bullish format, like what's the chances it is going in the like bullish or bearish formats. So how can I evaluate those things? So understanding the relative strength or moving average or exponential or open interest. So those things like just fundamental scans, and based on that, if we want to go for future data understanding. So like if I am taking last 10 years back data, and after that, if I am generating models or displaying some graphs, that those can give you exact uh, predictions or exact convictions. So that's my idea. So I'm going to start this idea with a new concept. So it will have multiple sections. So those things soon I'm going to give you details. So thanks for watching this WiseWeb.